Hello again, Northwood students. Welcome to the entire Rita Lab, the beginning, middle, and end of Rita and Ralph's Rotten Day. So let's get started with the beginning here. Oh yeah, that's right. If you want, you can do this along with me with your story chart. I almost forgot about that part. If you want to grab it, you can even have your drawings on there if you want to as we read, and you can follow along and see the beginning, middle, and end of the story. Here we go. In two little houses, on two little hills, lived two best friends. Every morning, Rita and Ralph would open their doors, step outside, close the doors, and run down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. They'd meet under the apple tree and high five. Pinky shake. And do a cha-cha-cha, play zombie tag, and make daisy chains. Then one day, they played a new game, sticks and stones. Ow! Yelled Rita. Uh-oh! Ralph froze. This was bad, really bad. So they ran away, down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. They opened their doors, raced inside, and closed their doors. Rita was mad, and Ralph was sorry. So Ralph opened the door, stepped outside, and closed the door. It was 100 yards to Rita's house, but she was his best friend. So Ralph went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. The long walk made Ralph a smidge grumpy. "I'm sorry," he barked. But he didn't sound sorry one bit. So Rita did not open the door. Said Ralph. And off he stopped, down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. That was the events that happened at the beginning of the story. Now we're at the middle of the story. All right, here we are, the middle of the story. Let's try to remember what happened in the middle of the story. So she opened the door, stepped outside, closed the door, and ran down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. As she ran, she thought about Ralph and that rock. Just thinking about it made her mad all over again. "I want my pine cone back," she shouted. Ralph opened the door. He threw out that pine cone and closed the door. And Rita tromped down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. She opened her door, marched inside, and slammed the door. Now Rita was mad, and Ralph was mad, and Rita was sad, and Ralph was sad. And in two little houses on two hills, no one slept a wink. It had been a rotten day. Just when it seemed, that was the end of the middle part. Now we're on the end. This is at the end. These are events that happened at the end, the last things that happened in this story. Just when it seemed nothing would be right again, it was a new day. Rita and Ralph opened their eyes, stepped outside, closed their doors, and went down the hill and up the hill, down the hill and up the hill. "I'm sorry," said Rita. "I'm sorrier," said Ralph. And they meant it. They did a high five and a pinky shake and a cha-cha-cha. They played zombie tag and made daisy chains because best friends always find a way to meet in the middle. Now let's do a quick review. The events that happened in the beginning were that we learned that they were friends. They were playing sticks and stones and Rita got hurt. Rita was mad and Ralph was sorry, but by the time Ralph went to apologize, he didn't sound sorry. So later, Rita went to apologize, but then she got to Ralph's house, she was mad, and all she wanted was her pine cone back. So she shouted for it, and Ralph threw it out the door. They both tried to sleep that night, but neither of them could sleep a wink. But at the end of the story, they woke up, and it was a new day. They both went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill to meet in the middle. They apologized to each other and they had fun like they used to. And that is the end of the story Rita and Ralph's Rotten Day. Now that we've read the entire story from the beginning to the end, let's go through and try to remember and tell the story of what happened. In the beginning, Rita and Ralph were good friends. They played all the time, but one day they decided to play sticks and stones, and Rita got hurt. That made Ralph feel sorry, and it made Rita mad. But when Ralph went to apologize, he was even more mad. In the middle of the story, Rita went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill to say sorry to Ralph. But by the time she got there, she was grumpy and she just wanted her pine cone back. So she shouted, "I want my pine cone back." So Ralph threw it out the door. And then they were both sad and they were both mad. When they went to bed that night, neither of them could fall asleep. At the end of the story, the sun came up the next day. It was a new day. And both Rita and Ralph went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until they met in the middle under the apple tree. When they got there, they both apologized. They gave each other high fives, and they were happy again with their best friend. And those are the events that happened in the beginning, middle, and end of our story, Rita and Ralph's Rotten Day. Feel free, if you want to take a picture of your story chart, and you can send it to your teacher. You can use this for other stories that you read at home as well. You can think of the beginning, middle, and end of the stories. We're going to do more work with these throughout the year, but you can always use them at home too. So I hope you enjoyed this story. We'll see you later.